Hello legends, heroes, and poopy heads. Welcome to the Omni Flash channel, where Omni Flash will take gaming to the next level. Please like and subscribe.
Welcome back. My name is Omni Flash, and I am your guide to Diablo Immortal. In today's video, we have something special for you. The ultimate PvP Crusader guide. We're talking about a super strong build that not only boosts your speed, but also dishes out insane amounts of damage. Stick around because we're going to show you how to secure these victories in the battlegrounds. Now before we dive into the action, let's take a quick look at what makes this build so potent. We're focusing on speed and damage, creating a powerhouse Crusader that dominates the PvP. Whether you're a primary damage dealer or supporting a carry, this build has you covered. The first step to crushing it in PvP is setting up your parties. As soon as you load into the match, don't waste any time. Scan through all 7 other players and identify your strongest allies. Look for resonance and key secondary stats like armor, armor penetration, potency, and resistance. Once you find out who are the strongest players, then you will want to position yourself in the party with the strongest players. Why? Because you're going to be able to make them invincible. And also, you will be able to provide them with a 100% critical chance banner. It's all about maximizing your team's potential for victory. Now let's talk about winning when you're the strongest player on your team. This is where the magic happens. You have the power, the damage, and the speed. I'll guide you through the strategy and tactics to ensure that you make the most of this build. Get ready to dominate the battlefield. I will also show you all of the whole entire build at the end of this video. Go through all the legendary set items, how to put your curses, your invocations, family bonuses, everything like that you will need. I will give you all of that at the end of the video. I will release a different video in probably a day or two, where we will have it specifically tailored for supporting plays. This particular battle, in this particular battle matchup, I am probably the strongest player. Alright, so if I will show you in a future video where I am like one of the weakest players. Alright, I will demonstrate how to play if you are a support character. Okay, so the way that this build goes, you do have horse. You have horse that provides you with the 60% movement speed. Very, very fast horse. You also have condemn. We do use the Heart of Grandeur condemn, which provides an incredible amount of damage. You couple that with a banner, and you just melt things. If you have your banner up and your Heart of Grandeur condemn on, things will melt. You will also be whacking them with your Sacred Fire primary attack. Finally, we also have Conjuration of Light, which makes you and your teammates that are around you invincible. Super, super nice. And I really like the way that everything synergizes. You'll be able to turn on. So what you would want to do, you want to turn on your banner, then you will want to turn on condemn or invincibilities. There is a certain order for you to use these skills. Using either banner or your invincibility will knock you off your horse. So you have to play around and get used to this build. If you want to use invincibility and banner, and while using the horse, you will have to turn on invincibility and banner before you turn on the horse. However, you can cast condemn while on the horse. If you are one of the carries, like I have 4,500 resonance, most of the players in this match have about 2,000 or 3,000 resonance. So I am one of the strongest players in this match. As one of the strongest players in this match, it is my job to kill things. Alright, so I am going to be able to use my banner plus my condemn and my horse to rush in and just destroy things. Alright, so we have only 2 people left on this idol, and I was able to kill them both. We're just going to stay on this idol because someone is coming. Alright, so since he is a barbarian, we don't want to go directly at him. I'm just going to circle a little bit on the edge of the blue thing, and we can kill him with my Heart of Grandeur. Their team, about 4 people from their team cycled over. But don't worry, because we're able to get right back into the battle immediately with our horse. The horse is super strong because you'll be able to keep the enemy players knocked back. They won't be able to escape. It's a continual knockback from your horse, making your enemies fear your horse. It's quite frightening. I know you can be knocked off your horse, but it doesn't happen all that much if you know what you're doing. Alright, we're rotating back here. Going to take down Nameless. Nameless is gone. Captain Noli came in, suicided, died. As one of the strongest players on your team, you need to be able to kill the enemies that are causing problems with my party. If you're reading chat, Nameless is causing trouble with the DPS on my team. So you want to keep an eye out on those Necros and beam wizards. See, we got Fufsi throwing beams and circles down. You see any beam wizards, you see any DH, you see any Demon Hunters. What I really like about this horse is if a Necro revives, you can actually get on your horse and just start riding back and forth on a Necro's body. When they revive, they'll be knocked out of position immediately before they're able to rate form. So the horse is super powerful. You have to just, after about 2 seconds, after about a second and a half, the Necro will self-revive. It's called borrowed time. And you just if you just run on top of them, back and forth in a little circle, or just back and forth, they will be knocked around when they revive, and you'll be able to kill them immediately. They won't be able to use their raid. Once again, in this fight, I am probably one of the strongest players, so I am going to be going in and trying to eliminate all the threats, alright? Eliminating all of the threats while also maintaining some balance, some presence on the idol. But a lot of the threats are behind the idol, and you will want to go out and crush them quickly and then come back onto the idol to help your teammates. Also, you're going to have invincibility from Conjuration of Light that you can use. And you will want to try and position yourself so that you aren't continuously crowd controlled. Because with too much crowd control, you won't be able to cast your Conjuration of Light. So you keep spamming that Conjuration on Light, and if that crowd control does, let up a little bit, you get invincibility, and you'll be able to smack your enemies a little bit before you get out with your horse. With your horse, you'll be able to run away and heal back up and get back into the battle. Alright, so one super important part of this build will be Arrow Keeper. You want the Arrow Keeper hat, which will allow you to carry your banner on you while you are running around. You won't be putting the banner on the ground. You will have the banner on your back. It will go wherever you are. You will want to cast banner before you cast your horse, because if you cast your banner after you have your horse, you will drop off of your horse. So sometimes I do like to wait until my banner is up. I will cast banner, condemn, and then horse, you know, very quickly, and then go into the battle and just crush the enemies very quickly, and then come back. The shoulders you will be wanting to use will be Divine Provocation. Divine Provocation shoulder pieces will lower the cooldown on your Conjuration of Light. Conjuration Light will make you invincible. These shoulders will make your Conjuration Light have 4 seconds shorter cooldown, which is super, super nice. Next, we will want to use the Heart of Grandeur chest piece. The Heart of Grandeur chest piece will allow you to have that lightning circle that just destroys your enemies. It does so much damage. Next, we will want to use Cavalier Courtwear. Cavalier Courtwear is your pants that you'll be using. Cavalier Courtwear pants will make it so that when you ride your horse and you ride on top of your enemies, they will be continuously knocked back. So they will be continuously knocked back. Also, when you're on the horse, you deal quite a lot of damage with your sword. So you want to continuously swing your sword while on top of the horse. It does do an incredible amount of damage while knocking back your enemies. The first offhand you want to use is called Blinding Wall. Blinding Wall makes it so that whenever you touch your enemies with your Heart of Grandeur condemn, you will blind them. Extremely, extremely powerful in PvP. The next offhand will be called the Gates of Hell. Once your enemies are below 50% HP, they will be dealt 38% more damage by Condemn. So once your enemies are low on health, they will die extremely fast, as your Condemn will deal insane amounts of damage and just crush your enemies. Condemn has a very short cooldown. You almost always have your Condemn up. Your Condemn, I don't know, does it have about a 3-second cooldown? I think you have your Condemn up almost all the time. You'll be using the Sacred Fire primary attack. It does an insane amount of damage. You will be using the Horn Splitter main hand. The Horn Splitter main hand will set your enemies on fire. This is extremely good if you want to use Pain Clasps, a 2-star legendary gem Pain Clasps, and also for Banquet of Eyes. The second main hand you will want to use is the Bristle. The Bristle will make it so that you will shoot out an extra long wave whenever you use your Sacred of Fire. I believe that that's very, very good, especially if you are standing on an idol and you have enemies that are off the idol shooting you. You will be able to hit them with your primary attack. So it just makes you have some range damage. And that Bristle will also help proc your Seeping Bile. It will help proc your Starfire. It's actually really, really nice. Now, Banquet of Eyes, you will want to use 4-piece Banquet of Eyes, especially if you have such gems as Everlasting Torment, 1-star. If you have Viper's Bite, 2-star Pain Clasp, 2-star. And Seeping Bile, 5-star. However, I'm only using a Seeping Bile, as I didn't even have my Everlasting Torment on. So with the current build that I had on, I believe I should have probably used Mountebanks. Mountebanks will be superior if you don't have some key legendary gems such as Pain Clasp, Seeping Bile, Viper's Bite, and Everlasting Torments. If you have those types of different dots, damage over times, those damage over times legendary gems will help you get the most crit from your Banquet of Eyes set. Now, also, what you will want to do is you will want 2-piece Vithus. All right, other than the Banquet of Eyes, if you don't have those gems, you will want to use Mountebanks. I believe I would probably be better off with Mountebanks. I do have Mountebanks, and I actually think with my setup, Mountebanks is better. However, I was testing it with Banquet of Eyes also. Now, You will want 4-piece either Montebanks or 4-piece Banquet of Eyes, depending on the legendary gems you have. And you will have to have 2 pieces of Vithu's Urges. The Vithu's Urges is very powerful because it will extend the length of your invincibility. It will also extend the length of your horse. Alright, the best curse properties that you can have would be, you will want to use Nettled. Nettled Cursed is one of the best. It will reflect damage every time you gain a shield. Nettled is extremely nice when you are using a 4 set of Montebanks. Also when you have something like Frozen Heart. Also, if you don't have Frozen Heart or 4 set of Montebanks, Ghosted would be best. Will be your best curse set to use. You will want 6-piece Cursed, Ghosted when you don't have Montebanks, and you will want to have 6-piece Nettled if you do have Montebanks. I personally do not use Cursed gear. I use Invocation gear. An Invocation gear that you will want to use, I have 8 pieces of Stun Invocation. So whenever I deal damage, whenever I am damaged, or whenever I primary attack, those are the times when I will stun you with my Invocation gear. Invocation gear is the best. However, it is only for players that play the most and have the most Invocation gear. Invocation gear is one of the hardest to farm gear. And many of my pieces of gear are not triples. They are just decent double Invocation gear. So you will be sacrificing a little bit of stats, but Invocation gear with those extra stuns make you very strong in PvP. You also want to search for beneficial effect duration on your belt, on your boots. You will want to look for beneficial effect duration on your family bonus. You will want it on your chest piece and as well as on your pants. Alright Crusaders, that's a wrap for today's video. If you're ready to unleash the power of the ultimate PvP Crusader build, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content. And remember, whether you're leading the charge or supporting your team, this build is your ticket to victory. Until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.